term, 6th term as a councillor right here in Clarendon. Before I was councillor, he was the baddest councillor, but he gave over the title to me. So I said, welcome my friend, who's also an extraordinary chairman and a hard worker, a dedicated, loyal soldier in the army of the People's National Party. I say, welcome the road boy, comrade, Clarendon, Daily, everyone. Ritchies, Azan, his bike, and everything. Comrades, let me tell you something. I'm not in the best of health. Not in the best of health. But I look at Ritchies Division and Northwest Clarendon in particular as somewhere that we have to win. So my journey here tonight is because of 3 main reasons. I am here tonight to further endorse the councillor for Ritchies Division. He is working. And sometimes he sit down at me, roll the back on their body, so we have to steer back. He hold it back up. I will notice that comrade bars will come sit down beside me and try quiet me down. But we are back. And I sit down and look and I realize, yes, this young one is in fact, the new councillors, they are coming along quite well. So I am here to further endorse Steve. And even though we're not looking at the next term, I am endorsing Steve from now. I am also here tonight, and I hear him refer to me as the big man man. I'm going to look for female. While mine is going down, while mine is going down, is going down. But the reality that we face in Northwest Clarendon, I will not talk about this. I don't know about it. They are poor straight. So when we talk about Ritchies, Azan, and this is what me about. But for now, I know that can't happen. That will never happen. But even in opposition, him don't have any position. But even during the time that he's not member of parliament, it operates like he's the member of parliament. And me always look concerned. And if Ritchies Azan is not the next member of parliament, politics no fear. if Northwest the wins in the column of the People's National Party, you won't have any food for dog now. So I am here to endorse him and also to encourage him to, we see, various people which should have talked before me come on that wheel. But come in, Richard Azan is the man for the job.
Yes.
And coming election day, I hear it said same time. No one man will have police station. Must carry somebody else. And you see, from now till it is called, we need to go on the road. We need to go on the road and to convince those who are options. So Comrade Richard Azan is the man. Now the third reason, and I hear everybody talking this and talking that, talk about Steve, not talk about Richard. But the main man, the man with the clean heart, man cleaner, Mark Jefferson. Me used to think who couldn't love a leader like how we love Michael, man. See there? Honestly, I never think that I could love another leader like how I love Michael. And what I know, no matter where they come from, Mark was always is able to counteract them and show themselves on I said, let me talk about one video with the necklace one. Wait a minute. The necklace.
And shameless.
Stand up in front of a donkey. And he might tell people we know better, like me, say, he is standing in the constituency.
Okay.
So, second.
That was Kingston.
One thing we can tell you, him can't go south and do what's up. Him can't do that. Me now put motor gun and talk. Him can't do that. So when we realize now, he's standing in front of his backyard. That is in West Kingston. And he's trying to convince people. But man, don't worry about it. But wants what is best for us as a nation. And I hear him talk this, he not come to school. So when he must scream, he must more than he not come to school. So three Marys. Stephen, Richard Azan, and Mark Jefferson.
Yes, sir.
What we can do that, this country will fall into good hands. Good hands.
Yes.
I would have words. Comrades, as I said, not feeling well, but I had to show my respect to Stephen and Richard. And may God continue to bless them all this trying time and allow us, the People's National Party, to take control and put Jamaica and a better. Thank you very much.
That was Councillor Carter Bailey from the Milk River Division. Give him a round of applause. Speaking as it is. Now, I want to the comrades who are watching online and the labor right them too because they love PMB business, you know. Remember say the others who belong in a good house and in a good place. Because they love going like say everything's right. But we know say them man have heavy manners. Yeah man, I saw you go heavy. I would have Maximilian, big up yourself. You go live already, Max? Alright, let me live. Big up Maximilian from South Chilani and right over this in North East Manchester. We're there always. I want to big up the comrades who are watching all of the live them we're there, so and everyone will big up because everybody is here. So our next. While Comrade Bailey was speaking, two noble and stalwart comrades walked in. I want to introduce them first. Meeting, please welcome them in fine. Now, a very important comrade. Paul Pack want to reach it. Paul Pack want to reach it because Paul Pack one of the business of burying people, you know. And we have a job to keep over there if you bury somebody over South. In the meantime, you have, I would like to represent, Max will represent for him every time. You know Macom, man. But I have a next man who have one very rude and out of order and disgusting person who sits in the parliament. You know who we attack? One ranking. Because you don't say that about and sitting. But the doctor who can pronounce somebody, that too. But the man that has that job to put that ranking piece out of the parliament. I want to welcome my friend Dr. Kurt Wall from South. Councillor and the worthless MP up there saying nah give no money to spend. But when fire down must kill them things that good breeze. But don't worry about it, that day shall come. So comrades, I give to you now, the man from the Kellis division. I think that's Sunday conference for Kellis. Because you know I want to big up Steve. Because this is the first conference in Jamaica for conference 2025. Big up your councillor and look how the place look on a Thursday evening. From the tennis division, Northern Clarendon.
Comrades all, I want to greet the comrades on the platform. There are so many. But next member of parliament, or returning member of parliament, Comrade Richard Azan, Comrade Steve William, Comrade Mario, MC, big up yourself, Comrade Bailey, and the others. I greet you well. Comrades, I'm here tonight from the Kellis division to bring you greetings. And to say to Comrade Steve, congratulations again on your victory and the work that you have been putting in the Ritchies division. Coming up, I saw the road. And trust me, it was a challenge. But I've seen the ones that you have started and I'm pleased. And I am sure, as Comrade Bailey said, you will be returned the next election as councillor again. And I'm sure you will follow Comrade Bailey in becoming a some star, at some point 10 star. Now, comrades, this election that is coming up is an important election in the history of this country. It is important because the future of this country is at stake. The Prime Minister of this country has no regard for no one at all, not even himself. We have seen where he has a statutory declaration that cannot be declared. And all he is trying to do is to play hide and seek. And he's trying to go around many corners in order to evade what is coming at him. But one thing for sure, the day of reckoning is near. And when we go to the poll, we want to make sure that Comrade Richard Azan is returned as your member of parliament. I have gone to several communities in Northwest Clarendon and I have spoken to residents. And they would have told me, one school in particular said, When Comrade Azan was Member of Parliament, they get $500,000 every year for equipment. And since the Israelite came, they have got nothing at all. And the Israelite is leaving. And Northwest Clarendon is saying happy riddance. Because Comrade Richard Azan is coming back to take Northwest Clarendon from the pit that it is in currently. What we have seen with this government is nepotism and cronyism. And the Prime Minister and his wife take the country for a joyride. But we are saying to them tonight, in Ritchies division, that time come. Time come for leaders with integrity. Time come for leaders that will lead with distinction. And we have not seen any of them in the Jamaica Labour Party that can stand up to anyone in the People's National Party. We would have looked at their budget presentation and it was a disgrace. A 5-year-old would have done a better presentation than Phil Williams. Constructive reasoning was missing. Nothing tangible for the low class and middle class Jamaican. And we have seen where they would have offered to give $1,000 increase on minimum wage, while the Prime Minister took almost 300%. Now, if this is not insult to the people of Jamaica, we don't know what insult is. And we have a care of duty to make sure we send Andrew Holness into retirement. We need to make sure that we start the war for them in their camp, because we know they are not comfortable. We know they are teaming up. But guess what? Time is against him. And the more he draws this thing out, is the more intense it becomes. And of course we know the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. And I can tell you that my comrade leader, the man whose heart is so pure that one has to wonder, I am sure my leader will walk down Duke Street as our next Prime Minister. Now, the only thing, comrades, that can deter us in any way, shape and form is us ourselves. We cannot allow personalities to get in the way of the People's National Party victory. So if you have an issue with anyone, it's best that we try to resolve it. Because the country is in a dismal state. And all we are seeing from the labor rights is a nepotism and my friend and his friend and Earth's friend. And nothing tangible is being done. Agriculture is in the worst shape. And the picture boy fly because the only thing he do is take pictures. He knows nothing about agriculture as he steal our idea about cold storage facilities. And I can guarantee you, he doesn't even know how a cold storage operates. We see the one down.
That's our idea, not my division.
It is our idea. And it has been stolen, but they cannot implement. And I can tell you, comrades, that with Comrade Dayton plan for agriculture, the farmers in this constituency will benefit greatly. And we will be at a loss if we allow any personality to come in and deter us from claiming government the next general election. So I'm saying to you tonight, comrades, let us go out and spread the word. Let us reach out to our neighbors, our friends, and wherever we have a man or a woman that we agree with, let us mend fences. Because the People's National Party is a party for the poor. It's a party that can bring proper housing solution to the poor edge of class in this country. And as a result, comrade, I am representing for Comrade Richard Azan and Comrade Steve. And I'm saying to you and appealing to you, comrades, let us do what is right on the election day and make sure that we can send the labor rights scattering, because time comes for the People's National Party and for Jamaica to move forward. One love.
The sweet and the victory. Next time will be your time. I sound like a man who sound like a man minister, not true? Yes, man. We have yourself come and try. And his conference is Sunday. So anybody who don't got the northern side of Clarendon, want to support come and try because Sunday I feel. You go down there? Alright, you hear that? Comrades, while Comrade Troy was speaking, a young comrade who is one who sits right beside the parish council of Mandeville. So if he now get no trouble, he just goes and kick him on the foot. Young councillor, and the grand nephew, I want to welcome the brand new councillor from Newbury, Councillor Ryan Spears. Yes, sitting beside Councillor Pierce. Remember the anniversary, so the honeymoon done, you know. For last month, the honeymoon done, him, Steve, and all of them. And Johnny. Sitting beside him is one who had a short boss from Recover, Shirley from Thompson is also here. Big him up. Oh, yeah, Newbury Division was come from. Yes, sorry about that. Spurtree Division. So, I believe I give time for issue brief now, but I want to say before we call him up. Favors are something in Parliament last week. Last year there was a big talk. I think the talk kind of flopped out, but we have to bring it back. But the young people, let me tell you, so we're not going to go there, so you have to come down now. Favor have to come down now. For last week, Favor should have come down. Well, Favor, people and Probox. Probox a nice car. But we don't have a Favor get fair match from. Because we know $2,000 a week for the whole year equals too much money comes out. $2,000 a month. For the whole year, how much money? Like 24,000. And for 3 years, 72,000. Favor that you and JP will not come down here. Favor will pass to come down here. Because you are the finance minister and you are part in the city there. You should, and that's why she go Parliament and worry about everything that like a funeral she have going. But I say that to bring on brand new meeting councillor from the Spurtree Division. I say please to make welcome for 2 minutes, Councillor Ryan Pierce from Spurtree.
Good night, comrades. Comrades, glad to be here tonight. Comrade William.
Ryan, now tell you, I shadow. You're the best councillor for the Spurtree Division. I shadow. I don't want it personally. It's a message Ryan Peter said. There's some deep in the right one. We don't come down no man. We don't really go till the past. We don't come down man. Come down. Hey, Ryan Peter. The best councillor for the Spurtree Division. See the labor record. Ryan Peter. I asked about that. I heard the politician boy. I want to just give it a come down. Come down. Later right one. When you agree, come down. I ride a free time. A BFP time. Come down. Later right, come down. All of it come down now. Politicians, they come down now. They come down.
You hear that? You can't go and come down now. Comrades, let me tell you this. This is a serious time we in now. And we can't take none for granted. We come last year, over here now, we won the local government election. And once we won the local government election with a government in power, that means something. It means that Jamaican fed up at this uncaring and thieving government. Comrade William, he had been almost at every single conference we know. And I had to be here tonight to support him. And I've mentioned the next MP for Northwest Clarendon. The next MP for Northwest Clarendon. Comrade Azan. Trust me, this man's a man who I respect a lot. He's no different from my uncle, the Imperator Michael. He worked and he did not deserve to lose the last election. I want to make sure this time around any amount we Comrade William got. We want to triple our 4 times the amount. Because we can't take them out with everything they can do enough. Them are coming money, them are coming bribe, this and that. And we need to ensure so we don't get caught up and go through the next 4 or 5 years with this government. Now is the time. Now is the time we need to make sure we promote all our neighbors, your friends, your enemies, whoever, your ex-wife or your ex-husband or your ex-man or ex-woman. Get them out and come out and support the PhD because we're ready for election anytime now. Anytime they're ready, we're ready. So Comrade, don't take none for granted. We don't promote and support Comrade Azan and ensure self. Victory was said. And we Comrade Azan as MP and also Minister, it will even help Comrade William to can do more. Because in the council, since I've been in the council for 1 year, I tell you it's rough. And we are being sabotaged wickedly. And they're trying to do that to try and hurt us. So we have to ensure that we get rid of them. This is the time. Anyhow we don't win this election, that we have to suffer. Comrades, we love them.
Because now we must not break in Jamaica. Councillor Brian here. Well, that money full of no plate. Every time you come out, conference is a new song about. You know what? You know what going in life, you know, but never the same chicken. Big up yourself, Councillor Pierre. Also celebrating 1 year anniversary. I want to apologize for Councillor candidate Karen Carty from Frankfield. She wanted to be here, but she have a family medical emergency, so she's not here. But we know she probably didn't think she had to go. I didn't hospital with her cousin. You might watch Smiley like over here. So big up yourself, Karen. Know that they have a whatever. What I will next now? But before we call up the next Monday, I want to tell you a story. The Bible, Pastor, tell me for the Bible, where you go so. There is every knee shall bow, not true. And every tongue confess. When one woman over man, they will last week and do some cowballing. Oh no, you rest that ball in there. Look for me page of rest that crying there. When I want to tell that woman to say, when the man that is there, you never bar. Well, you don't bar yet. Because last year, we had a margin of 1,200. I want to tell you, so when it comes to this election, anytime they call this year, they'll be weeping and mourning and gnashing of teeth. You don't bar yet. But don't worry. Crying is good for you because it helps in the morning. Comrades, with that said, I bring to you now the next member of Parliament for Clarendon Southeast, a son of the side in whom we are all well pleased. The councillor by the Hills Division, former mayor of Maypen. I said, please to make welcome.
But anyway, thanks for the music. Comrade Mario, greetings. Let me greet my brother and friend, the man who have been worried last year, and said to me, Comrade Barnes, don't worry yourself. We're bringing the division home. Comrade Stephen Williams. I want to pick up all the councillors here. I don't want to start calling names and forget them. I want to pick up 2 caretakers who are here though. Councillor candidates and caretaker Shirley and Troy. He's a committee member, they told him, but I want my councillor there. I don't want to forget them. My MP in waiting, colleague and friend, Azan. Who's going to do it again for Northwest Clarendon? Hear the man. Hear the man. Comrade workers and warriors and the executive member of Ritchies Division, I greet you from the Hills Division and Southeast Clarendon by extension. I want to commend the Ritchies Division by starting the ball road to be the first division to have its conference of all 220 years. Yes. It's the first division that have its conference nationally. I want to commend the team for the ball road. It's not easy, but to do a good job to start it. But comrade, I want to just drag your memory. I want to drag your memory back to 2020. COVID, who remember COVID? Yes. March, April, no, it was February, March. The first death was in Southeast Clarendon. First death was in Southeast Clarendon. But how many remember when the ship come in the waters and the government said, nah, let's have Jamaica if you come home? How many remember? How many remember the kids who were, which country they again? Ukraine. And if you come back home in war gone and the government said, no, we can't send for them. And they say, come with Mark Golden and friends are coming Golden to get those children back here to their family. How many remember your loved one go to the hospital and you hear some oxygen in there? Yes. There was one, what is the name? Ventilator. How many remember your family member dead because the government failed to provide the basic things to keep your family member alive? How many remember when you have to be forced to stay in your house because they still don't have people who can go buy alphabets to get food? How many remember when the loved one dead they can't go funeral? How many remember you have to go to kill peace or keep it on robin? How many remember when they talk bad things about the Prime Minister, police don't look for the next day of terror? You don't forget these things, you know? So when this young man come and talk like he's older than thou, we must remember how he oppressed me. We must remember the kind of treatment we get from him. You must remember that he called the election when COVID was at the highest peak. How do they get them things that come in? So don't make this pretty smile get to you. Let us not forget the man who oppresses us. Let us not forget the man each time we go to the supermarket that we keep putting more money to buy the same goods each week for them. Let's not forget the man who oppresses us that have to decide which people they go to school this week and who eat tomorrow and who eat today. Let us not forget comrade. Let us not forget. Let us not forget the man who have 28 bank accounts. Let us not forget the man who take the very state to court because the Integrity Commission say you found wanting. Let us not forget comrade. Let us not forget the man who decides say, I'm not telling them that word to do. But let us not forget, last year when Comrade Mark Jefferson was giving his budget presentation and then walk out of the Parliament, let us not forget, disrespect the Jamaican people. Let us not forget. Let us not forget the state of emergency that was unleashed on the people of this country. Many youths were detained, lose their work. Let us not forget. Let us not forget. I know that sink in. Yeah man, know that sink in. So now that we are in 2025 and a man come and talk for 5 hours, maybe 7 hours, and he spent 2 hours across PNP, the good PNP has done for this country. Let us not forget in 2007 to 2010 when the multilateral failed to do business with Jamaica, because the 3 finance ministers at the time failed about 16 quarterly tests. Let us not forget. Let us not forget. Nobody wants to do business with Jamaica. The National Reserve was at its lowest. The country was worse than what Greece had experienced. Let us not forget. And when we became government in 2011, God bless Portia Simpson, Lucretia Miller. It was Comrade Portia Simpson and Dr. Peter Phillips who advocate with the Black Caucus of the United States, who get the ears of President Obama, and we managed to get the whole thing reversed. Let us not forget. Let us not forget, it takes the IMF boss to come to Jamaica and say, we'll write you a new program. And it was Comrade Dr. Peter Phillips who charted the waters and make sure we have moved from the financial precipice to a place where everybody wants to do business in Jamaica. Let us not forget it was the PNP who saved this country. And when I hear a man talk about DNA belongs to him, when they come out to the economy, a jacket belongs to him. Let us not forget it was the PNP who bring this country on firm footing. IMF was pleased with the measures. IMF was pleased with the policies. and say to Jamaica, see some money and stimulate the economy.
PMP to that.
And we have the roadmap to move to growth. And when they win the election in 2016, they did nothing more than just deliver what we already had there. And they've been doing it for 4 years. Let us not forget. So they hear them come and talk about paternity tests and who are the father. Let me claim when I belong to them. All the song they want to claim my father born. But remember, let us not forget. Let us not forget. So comrade, this election is for the People's National Party and Mark Jefferson Holding. This election, you will have the comrade Ritchies Azan sitting looking up on you in the gallery because he'll be inside there as your member of parliament. Let us not forget, comrade, the work that he has done in this constituency. The work that he has done compared to what is there now, you wonder. It's just like come and have a nice Cargill and go on a foreign. And when they come back, the wheel them gone off right. The door them drop off. The engine now start and now going on gear. That is all them leave Northwest. So we're going to take it back. And then we're going to build it again. And then we're going to keep it again. And we're going to make sure that they keep going and going and going and going and going. So comrade, I want you to realize that a lot of promises has been and will be made. But let us not be fooled. You fool we already, you can't fool we again. And right now Jamaica need a steady hand to lead us forward. Right now Jamaica need a pure heart to take us from where we're at. Right now Jamaica need a leader with integrity so that we can be able to protect the brand name Jamaica. And it is Mark Jefferson Holding is the man. He's the one to make that happen. So I say to you, my comrades and friends, find your neighbor, find your family, find your friends, wherever they are, wherever in Jamaica. Talk to them from now, because when the day come, every Jack man wants to name his on the list, must come and vote for comrade Ritchies Azan, because we need to win this one. There's no second thing about the comrade, no second thought about it. Victory we want, and a victory we say. But when I remember the budget presentation, as Comrade Mara said earlier, and Julia did some 6, plenty 6 in it, man, plenty 6. And we said, why, the man that makes score. Right, cricketer, the man that makes score.
Runs on the board.
And then them send them open bats woman. And she said, no ball. And the next one, but it's a white ball, she said, leave it alone. And she go again, knocked out with the pro box, taking on the show, the pro box still on the show. But when Mark Jefferson out there now, as another open batsman, runs on the board. Runs on the board. 6s. Rent to own home for young people. 500,000 deposit to buy a home for young people. Right program for people in the rural Jamaica who want to go on JUTC bus to go to school. Disability fund for those family members who have kids at home with disability. And when you talk about livable wage, not $1,000, it might be extra. Really, can't give my love for bread. So Mark, make you realize that we can do far much more than what the government is offering the people of this country. When I listened to the Prime Minister talk, I think it was a Thursday. And when I see the Saturday again, well, Friday not much of a one because nobody on the time I listen to no highlights of his budget presentation. So I get little sound bites, maybe 7 o'clock, and grab a little bit Thursday night on primetime news. Friday morning, the favorite radio station support them, carry some of the highlights. But no highlights come out and things that there was nothing to talk about. Saturday morning, it was Mark Jefferson Holding on the front page of the Gleaner. Still a lick 6 same way, how they talk from Tuesday. Right through to now, people keep talking about the presentation by Mark Jefferson Holding and Comrade Julian Robinson. Comrade, that tells me very clearly now that the People's National Party is the party of choice to take reign of this country. And I say to you, my comrades, wave the hands in the sky. I see the signal. I said, oh, Mario.
Waving in the sky.
Waving in the sky. Reinforcement. No appearance. Victory is nigh. So comrade Azan is a man. And if you're ready, let me hear say Azan. Let me hear say victory.
They can't keep a good man down. Always keep a smile when they want me to frown. Keep the vibes and they
You have to let the people want more.
come society goes around.
Ian Barnes, well, former mayor, the next member of parliament come high, come low. They can't start at the victory there. Because one worthless man over there, that is there. Reminding us, Comrade Barneswell, I want to say enough respect for that speech. Because many of us all the time, when we go up on the political platform, we speak about things that is current. But that was a sober, inspiring, educational speech that I think the comrades needed to hear. I have to remind them about these things. Remember when you have a talk about more God man is come under your bed for you and all kind of sin things. Trample on the rights. Easy the connection, boss. Come here, Philip Powell is here. Welcome. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Philip Powell. You think that him alone come, the next member of parliament now. Manchester North East. Also here. Everybody there know. Welcome to Barneswell was speaking. A young man who gave them trouble night and day. The councillor for the Moko Division. He's the main welcome. From Shackleton, councillor caretaker, Frank Douglas, is also here. Yes, indeed. I would have people from North, from Central Manchester here. You know yourself. Yeah, man. Comrades, we're moving right along. And I want to big up now and to welcome on stage the doctor to put into retirement the worst person that sits in the parliament. The worst person that sits in the parliament. The councillor, he has started his job as a councillor, but in very short order, he will be the member of parliament for St. Catherine, Southwest, to retire, ranking 100. Before we get the doctor talk, the man of the calling in right here, from the pop on board, socialize, also here. Yeah, man. So, comrades, welcome to Patmore takes his seat. I say one more time for Dr. Kirk Law, Southwest St. Catherine. Comrades of Northwest Clarendon, big up on yourself. Second time being here, supporting the candidate. Comrades on the platform, big up on yourself. Comrades, I've always been proud of the people here, but this time around I think I feel exceptionally proud of my party. I'm exceptionally proud of Comrade Murray. I tell you, this man give up him time to be everywhere across this country. Support every comrade that he makes. Comrades, I'm exceptionally proud of Stephen Williams. I tell you, when you look at this man, you can see God smile upon him. I knew that he was going to win from the very first time that I met him. He's a man where Michael Manley talked about long time. A man of humility. A man, very, very humble man. And a man of God. I'm going to big him up. Believe me. Everywhere, everything that we have in Southwest St. Catherine,
elections, he was there supporting us. And he still come back to him division and put in the work and come out victorious. So that's big one. Comrades, tonight I'm exceptionally proud of Richard Azan. And this man is like my godfather, and I'm my godfather. Two godfathers never Clarendon now. Horace Stalin, I'm not there right now. Be up yourself, Horace, in the way. I tell you, Richard Azan, my first conference that I held in the whole of a South Division, Richard was the main speaker for that conference. And I tell you, this man inspired me. He was the man who gave me the vision after I ran in 2020 and lost. I said, look here, I need to keep myself active. Yes. So I go back to the councillor. And I remember when I look back in the annals of history, I saw where Richard had ran for member of parliament and lost. And he never give up on the people. You understand? And he run back to the council and win because he want to be close to the people. And Ritchies, we have to be good for that. And I'm exceptionally proud of it. Comrades, tonight, I must say that I'm exceptionally proud of our comrade leader, Mark Jefferson Golden. I tell you how the man deal with them and make the man them look like fool, the labor right people. Imagine them pass the budget. What you want? You want the opposition leader to pass the budget too? We put forward our ideas, the things that we want to see done for the country within a particular time. You understand? And everything them try to discredit him, he come back. Them come and say the money, Favor Williams, I don't know. She want to underestimate the price of a Pro Box to say that you can pay them $72,000 on a $2 million car. But yet still, when it comes to other ideas that we put forward, she want to overestimate it to $300 billion. But when the comrade leader and Julian Robinson and Damon Crawford come and break it down to them, you see that it will only cost the country around $28 billion. And we have $360 billion worth of discretionary spending. But we can do twist and turn to anywhere we want. So there is no way that the things that Mark Jefferson Golden put forward cannot be done. They must be done. And come let me tell you, it's big ideas for the election. Big ideas. When Portia won the election, the big idea that she put forward was that everybody under 18-year-old could go to the hospital and get their medical treatment for free. And because of that big idea, she won. Big ideas. And when I come and see Mark Jefferson Golden outline his policies for this country, it's big idea after big idea. And these ideas when put forward, these were some of the same ideas that put countries like Singapore where they are today, because they take housing and they take education very seriously. When I think about 1 degree per household, comrades, I don't think them can come with anything. And they try to find everything to discredit it. You have a man named Darrell Vance that will cost the country $1.5 trillion. I don't know where you get that from. I don't know, maths probably, I don't know my pass. But he come and say 1.5 trillion. Right away, the future education minister lick him down and say you're talking foolishness. No wonder everybody saying the education system is failing. Then she come and put one figure to it, nearly $38 billion. And then when Damon Crawford come and work on the maths, you realize that it's something that is very manageable. They are willing to lock up the youths and feed them in prison 3 times a day. But you still don't want to give the youths them 1 free meal per day. They are willing to send the policeman them to come beat you up and brutalize you and spend 3 times as much. I hear the Prime Minister posting how we raise the budget and the National Security Ministry time and time again. And I never hear talk about him raise the budget for the Education Ministry. I tell you, if we put forward this plan, and I know it must go through, because the money is there, and then my leader show you how the money, where the money will come from. So it's a must that we are going to educate this country. And for the first year, 6,000 youth, and then for the other year, another 6,000 again. When we put all of them through the university, I tell you, Jamaica will be a better country, comrades. I feel the shirt up on the line. Anyway, I still out of there. the big speakers them comes and not going to spend as long as I will plan to spend still. But comrades, I am telling you, I will go and mention it again. Big ideas is what with elections. And I want everybody in here to ensure that your neighbor, your friend, everybody know all the plans them when Mark Jefferson Golden put forward. Bring it to them ears every day. Make them know say education will be coming to Jamaica. Make them know say housing will be coming to Jamaica. Make them know say we are not going to lower senior citizens to suffer with a water rate. I tell you one day and day my mother, we are staying here with a water rate come to $1 million before they cut it off. Comrade Mark Jefferson Golden will ensure say senior citizens will have a pay a flat rate. I ensure you are going to do it. Comrades, I want to go there and send the ideas of the People's National Park, and I tell you, if the people then realize we can't go wrong and we'll be victorious. Thank you very much, comrades.
Kurt Ward, the next member of parliament for St. Catherine Southwest. Why the man is so like ready to prescribe somebody's situation. But I will leave that alone. While Dr. Ward was speaking, a number of other councillors and candidates has joined us. And I want Musa Keating has joined us. A young youth who is, I wasn't following my footsteps, but he did something today that is noble. He opened his office in the town of Christiana, the brand new councillor of Christiana. I want them to know say the owner for the yard just come. After 34 years, not just a campaign officer of Christiana, but an elected official of the People's National Party, the owner for the yard just come. Also joining us from the Wallaston Division, neighboring us, Councillor David Knight. Big him up again from the Wallaston Division. So comrades, I bring to you now. Yes, ma'am. I did long time. I did not watch what I want. I bring to you now a young man who continues to give them bellyache, running belly, pain ahead, headache, no matter what it is. The councillor for the Mocha Division, I say please to make welcome in Ritchies Division, councillor, what's the name?
I'm proud to come from Mocha. It's sure no Mocha's are in a fool. If you take the people for granted, the people will show you who's really in control. Comrade on the platform, big up yourself. Comrade workers, comrade supporters, visiting comrades to this divisional conference. I bring you love from the executive of the Mocha Division and from the supporters of the Mocha Division. Comrades, we give advice, you know, so a little bit under the weather, but when we get the things and so remember, so this evening at Comrade Williams Divisional Conference, we said, boy, we have to take 2 farm coal and flow and step up, and we have to there tonight. Because you have a good council. And this is a lot of gimmicks here, make when you see council come and meeting, the council will come and meet and ask about how can councillors help the farmers. After the Burn hurricane, your council was the first one in Parish Council who stood up and said, hey, what can local government do to assist these farmers? He forced the municipal corporation to write a letter to the Minister of Agriculture, he said, let's put politics aside, the people right here in Ritchies division, they are suffering. And when I sat there, I said, boy, but this man just come and mean the people them well. The people that will show yourself when you have a good counselor. I'm not come here and just make up lyrics and go on them feel good. Because I am one of them who believe if a man in the world. I don't know. And if you not give him something to boost him up and he's still in the world. It needs to go. But this one, this one, this one, this one, he don't want nothing to boost him up because he's still a function. So comrades, there is touch a little bit of what going on the Moko division and what going on the North Central Clarendon. Every day you see them up and running now. Every road them promise them off fix now. Everything, when you call Nicodemus, how they call the man? Nicodemus in the night. Nicodemus in the night. Things that they never get done in 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. Them they know. But comrades, the people from Moko, Shackleton, and Rock River says time come for you to go. Time come for you to go. So comrades, just like how Northwest will be there come election day, North Central will be motorcading with you, comrade Azan. Yes. Because this time around, the people them understand their assignment. I think for some of them, the 49 get to the head, but they don't study history. They don't understand the word of politics. Yes. So comrades, we know what them start our way. Because comrades has been there in Moko division and been there in North Central. So we'll be here walking them house to house and everything to ensure that full party follows the next government. The last sentence to the 9th Congress. And we want to say, I'm a siege in Moko, I'm a siege in Shackleton, I'm a siege in Rock River. And I never think one day will make a lot of people feel upset. And a search for a new yard. No, don't say it. I never see it at all. We have only for room for them. Right, comrade Azan? And if a thing go on the other day, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, it go on the other day in this classification. And let go. And them there now. And when them there now, a lot of people are picking it up. A lot of people say they're fed up, and a lot of people say they're willing to come. So comrades, when you see them, embrace them. Yes. Introduce them to your councillors, introduce them to the MP candidates. Don't be afraid. Don't say this man in a vote to comrade, never. Look for them, embrace them, bring them over. Yes. Because some of them, they don't like what go on in the country, and they don't like what go on in the constituency. Politics come with consequences. And we have to take it serious. When we have come up a while ago, we have to look and we say, boy, comrade Azan, the bad man, you know. To me, Nicodemus down there, to say the road 990 now. But you have road, pant up a road, pant up a road. And that's when they know that politics matters. And that is when they can look and know that kids are the future and the consequence matters. It's not about just coming to meet and make nice. It's about looking for comrade Azan and comrade William and charge them with certain if we can't look on them and charge them and tell them, say, this is what we want, we are here, who we support, we are comrade and we are support you. But this is what we want on the table. Meet in one room privately, text them, voice note them, tell them. Because at the end of the day, when my grandchildren come up, they can say, them grandfather Romeo Morris did make a contribution. If you can't do that, the one that will fail. We fail, never make a sense to keep this meeting. Remember that we're doing this for the future. And one last laugh before John, Mr. Mario, we love this party. I'm going to tell you one example of the reason why we love this party. I can text my comrade leader with an idea and he reply to you. And when he reply to you, the body I reply and he vice motor too. And he say yes. And then secretary and somebody did it back. I reply, this man go right down to the ground and fire each time. And let me say this next part. They have 10 more seconds, man. I'm going to tell you this next part. I'm going to be honest with your comrade, Sierra Man. When we did just see him come on, listen to him, he might go on like say, he might down to earth. But it's when you get to talk to him, and you reason with him, it's about, no man, you're not my regular man, you're a real Jamaican. He not pretend, and not put your foot on a show. He just genuinely love the country. And that's the one thing I want to say, I respect the party. So one love everybody.
Telling it to you as it is. Not respect to you, Comrade Morris. Comrades, so we'll change the beat a little bit now. We'll close it off shortly at the stroke of 8 o'clock because it's my mission for us to be finished at around 9 o'clock, thereabout. So I bring to you now, celebrating his 1-year anniversary just last February. And today he opened his office in Christian. It was a proud moment for the People's National Party and for all of us. I say make welcome young, gifted Councillor O'Neill.
Correct! That is the Ritchies I am used to. Comrade Chairman, my brother, my friend, Mario, Mitchell. Comrades on the platform, what a platform was it, man. I don't know how to start. No man, would I never do that. But special kudos to Comrade Philip Palwell, who cut the ribbon of my office today. Also, special recognition to the next member of Parliament for North East Manchester, Comrade Van Wyn. After we cut the ribbon and we went up the pike and I saw the comrades together, I can tell you one thing. Comrades will be comrades. We support one another. We were there toe to toe with each other all day. And it was a good look, and that is what people want to see. Comrades, after 34 years, 34 long years. Them say good things come to those who wait. But the truth is, you should not have to wait to have an office in Christiana for 34 years. Christiana, alright, let me just break it down. Manchester gave the parish council election the biggest win in Jamaica. Christiana was the biggest win in Manchester. Comrades, people still can't sleep and people still can't talk to me because they just cannot believe. But comrades, I'm going to tell you something. Don't live with anybody because die-hearted is a must. But comrades, people's eyes are opening. They see what is going on around them. Just today, I reached out from yesterday to the agency that is responsible for picking up garbage. I said to them, I have a dignitary and the next member of parliament, the next minister of energy coming to Christiana, and I need a road to be cleaned. They promised me faithfully. And when they realized the type of boost that this will give me, they didn't even look at the road. And I make sure walk through and I make sure through coming forward, I make sure all of them what we have to deal with in the Christiana division. Comrades, if I don't get my MP, dog, near me supper. It is so bad that they are victimizing their very own. We try to reach out to the member of parliament asking him for water for everybody. No answer. Comrades, this is what we are up against. Comrades, I had a little car problem when I'm a driver, so I had a little car problem in Craigens this evening. And I thought I wouldn't make it. But you see, Comrade Steve Williams, I don't know if you know, but we call him Comrade Support. No matter what time, no matter what hour, Comrade Steve Williams is coming to support. And if I don't take anything from him, I can tell you, so that is what I take from him. Support the comrade. Nothing, never too busy, not too important. Just go make your brother see you. Comrade Steve, I thank you for all the support you have given me. Comrades, I don't know if you know, but we have a construction company of which I am no longer a part of because I am no councillor. And back in the day, we used to do some work that we know we put the heart and soul into because my father was a farmer. PWD works overseer. And sometimes, as it should be, the NWA said, no, this wasn't done properly and this is not done properly. You need to go and correct that road. But I don't know if you see what is going on. Some work, when we see a go on, is a crying shame. Comrades, you see it for yourselves. Don't stand idle, don't stand still. Go out and cast your vote. Call in your friend, whatever on the fence. Them see and then realize what is going on. Comrades, I am here with you, and I know you are there with me. We are neighbors. And the word forever will always be love. Thank you.
Of Jamaica. Deacon, pastor, husband, father, businessman. 1 year and 1 month as a councillor for the PNP Republic of Waterston in Northeast Manchester. I say make welcome, Comrade David Knight.
Comrade warrior, good soldiers of the People's National Party. Good night. Boy, the vibe's nice. You feel like you're the wonder star. The vibes feel like you're the wonder star. But I want you to know that my second constituency or division is Ritchies. Because I remember when I started, it was Comrade Azan who gave me the first mic to speak at Sanguinity, and I am very grateful for that. Comrades, and you at Ritchies always support the Waterstand Division. You believe in the Waterstand Division, especially Comrade Azan. He said that we can win it, and we did. We win it in such a way that some people get headache, some people get bellyache, some people get stroke, and some people gone home with good. And comrades, from that time until now, it is a year since we have won it. And in Manchester, we give them 12 out of 15. So they have 3 in our little corner down there. And right now, we look at them and look for the exit because they want to go out more than anything else. But, comrades, what I found out is that even though we have good interests and we want to do well, we cannot do what we want to do unless we have an MP. So we want an MP. And our aim at Waterstand is to ensure that Valentine will become the next Member of Parliament from our constituency. From we came in, comrades, I must have announced to you that when the hurricane came, when the hurricane come in July, I called the Member of Parliament office and I said, what is it that we are getting out of the 3 million for the Waterstand Division? Them say you know how Jamaica politics run already and I get none. Straight up. And it was 3 weeks after they called us and they said to us they have something for us. Some care packages. Comrades, 20 care package they gave to Waterstand and 20 to Christiana. And when we check the value, it's 2,500 per care package. And that is all we get from the Member of Parliament for the whole year. Nothing. Nothing. So comrades, they go over there do all kind of things. But our aim is on the price. Our aim is to ensure, because Comrade Azan, when the election is called and you're going to Kingston, you can't go away there because the road bad. So you have to come up this side and then you link up with Val Wind and you link up with Donovan Mitchell. And we link up with Pat Moore and the whole long get over Kingston because the big true is there to the People's National Party. And finally, comrades, I want to tell you that it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because all of them are going with, we never know what's the labor right and still about. You understand? But now we still labor right and raise up them head and go on like say them in a things. So we as PNP have to ensure that we and our neighbor vote out labor. We have to ensure that any little thing we didn't have against the party, or against the councillor, or against the Member of Parliament to be, we put it aside because a victory is there for the People's National Party. And we can deal with that afterwards. So comrades, I like the look, I like the energy, I like the crowd. And on the 29th of May will be my conference. And I'm moving my location, Clarendon, from the Mount Olivet Primary School to the Knox Community College. And I'm inviting everybody because we have space can't carry on. Comrades, one love, one heart.
Them proud, them hardworking, them dedicated, and they belong to the people's national. So, no, we got up now one more so much. We got into the national speakers. But last year, I was running for my second term. Comrade Kijani lead me way for 6 as the youngest councillor in Jamaica. But when I went out last year, I was able to campaign on my achievements and what I have done as a councillor. Some of those things my father Ritchies and well good. I could have council maybe 13 brand new road in my first term. And I could have called many other things. So I said that to say, these are the councillors are following me right, left, and center. They're not leaving me an inch. You got 6. But I want one, you know. I'm talking about patching roads, you know. I patch every road. I am talking brand new road moving from dirt track to a brand new road. 13 million in one term. I mean, a record. What I say that to say, I'm going to change the beat now to the national speakers. And why I said that, when Andrew talked last week, he said, was, you never talk, nothing say what you do. And you ask if the support to go forward, you ask and try to complain. I was at the new vehicle. They have a brand new Toyota, I was saying it. It's a CRV 8865 LE. They just, it's a black. Yeah, man, I'll tell you the SUV, 88. But I could not change the beat. I will done by 9 o'clock, so you can't stick, so we did it, we now move right. We couldn't change. You ready, sir? Huh? Okay. Who want to move the vehicle? Don't move the vehicle already? Move already? Alright. Comrades, I want you to stand on your feet. We could change the beat a little bit. A long time we sit up. Stand up man and stretch man. Yeah man. have a seat. I did all of that to bring in the room none other than Vice President and Member of Parliament in Manchester Northwest, Comrade Michael Asha Phillips. So, because don't worry yourself, you're soon going. 2 more speakers and then you up next. So I bring to you now a man who have been here for a good while. The two, but I will bring on one first. The man who is in the business of laying people to rest. The next Member of Parliament, Patronani Southern. The businessman.
And it's the greatest. No, I was going to bless his name. Well, today is a good day. This chance tonight. I'll raise this to the light to see us on the sound.
Comrades, boy, when I come and see the crowd, I say, it look like the people living in Clarendon tired of the labor right now. It look like they're tired of the labor right now, man. They're all out. But comrades, I'm here this evening just to bring you greetings from Southern Trelawney. And Southern Trelawney is a special place. It's a special place. Special because I can tell you that I'm one of the only of the 63 candidates going up. I'm one of the only one that is running against a criminal. So I see myself as a special person also. I see myself as a special person. And when I say criminal, it is in a serious way. Because I know we see so, and she see so. That person say, yes, I am guilty. And she was charged $900,000 or 10 days. So I'm comfortable to say, yes, I'm running against a criminal. So we have an opportunity in South Trelawney. Me and she, the first time when she wasn't even accused, but she leave and said, boy, alright, she resigned. They never find her guilty yet. But after when she come and say, yes, they did really guilty for true, she decides she not going to resign again. And now she has stayed. So we in South Trelawney is now planning to send her home for good. Sending her home for good. So by now in September, just like Northwest Clarendon, Trelawney Southern will have a new member of Parliament. People of Clarendon, we have a job to do. In 2020, they said they gave you an alien. And that one never performed. And I can see they send for another one. They send for another one. But I hear somebody say, but it looks like nothing good can come from Clarendon. Can anything good come from Clarendon? Because every time they believe they will be sent for somebody outside to go represent me. What happened to our own Ritchies Azan? Somebody was born and grow where you can see. When you walk around and see every single day, you know which part to find him. So one time I'm a Christian and I want a people beside. I say, boy, maybe I hate to spoil. Because if you can't find a JP, just hate to spoil. Richard Azan there. So people, one of the things that we know, and the JP know, is that there's still a lot of persons in Northwest Clarendon that is willing to take a 2,000 or a 5,000 for them vote. There's still too much persons in Northwest that is willing. So now you have to buy water with 4,000 to 200 gallon tank. But you're willing to take 2,000 to go vote. And that is the problem that we have. And that's why we can't ease up our body. We have to go through and make sure so we are doing house to house, make sure so we are doing canvassing. Because there's too much persons that are willing to sell their vote. So people, I just wanted to know that South Trelawney is ready. And I'm here to support Northwest Clarendon to make sure it's also ready. The word is love.
That is the greatest.
I move immediately because we have more speakers. So I say now another businessman, the next member of parliament from Manchester North East. I say please to make welcome Comrade Valentine West from North East Manchester.
What is that mean? You are XMP, the North East Manchester. I'm not here right away. Tell me to cool down, man. Cool down. What is that mean? I'm not here, man. Shut up. Let me chat there. Well, cool down. Leave it right away. Cool down. What is that mean? I can't really get it. This is XMP, the North East Manchester. Can you hear that? We run with that. Cool down, man. Cool down. I'm being Peter. I'm being Peter. What is that Peter? I'm being Peter. I'm being Peter.
I tell you. What a conference, nice. Oh my God. On the platform here, I want to make special mention of Comrade Paulwell, who traveled all the way to come down here to be with us today. We are over in Northeast and here he is with us today. Member of Parliament, Michael Phillips. And then I come home, Comrade Richard Azan, my brethren, my friend, confident. Yes, man. And the councillor at the moment, Councillor Stephen Williams, yes. The man is always out there with everybody else. Councillors seated up here, I must make special mention of our two councillors of North East Manchester. Yes, Councillor Knight. Yes, you see, this is a night that always have light. In this night, there is always light. Yes, man, Councillor O'Neill Evans. You know, Councillor set an example today that you must have an office when you're a councillor so people can come see you and talk to you to discuss the problems affecting them in the division. Put your hands together for him for that. So President himself today, and we want to see all over Jamaica. Respect. You know, comrades, each time that I come to North West Clarendon, I feel like I'm at home. And here is where my political journey began. Can I see the hands of some of my workers when I was here in Northwest Clarendon? Lord, where are they? God, where are they? Blakey. Yes, man. I came here when times were getting tough in 2006, and it was a good campaign. Really, really a good campaign. You know, the labor rights got it after 18 years, but we fought. And we really, really fought real hard. I remember the nights we were meetings all over the place. Remember that, Clara? And boy, I recognize here and then how organized Comrade Richard Azan was, you know. Really an organized man. This was the most organized constituency that I've ever worked in. And I've worked in over 17 constituencies across Jamaica. Yes, man, over 17 of them. You see, People's National Party business is an important business. And not even your own personal business is as important as a business as preparing a government for the people of Jamaica. Serious business. I'll never forget working with the Red Cross back in the days. And I think we had Hurricane Ivan. And boy, I couldn't get no help from no member of parliament at all. And when I called and Comrade Azan, after Red Cross money run out to them. Yes, man. I was National Vice President for the Red Cross at the time, in charge of disaster management. And when I called to Comrade Richard Azan, he was quick to call me and talk from his constituency fund money and goodies so I could help the people, not just in his constituency. I remember I was on the Black River and was able to help them. So you see, you have a member of parliament that represents not just his own constituency, but the interests of all Jamaica. All Jamaica. I see today, quite recently, they want to send another new baby, another new baby, lazy baby. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. Comrades, you have come to realize that the only time that our West Clarendon have good roads, have water supply, have playing fields, have community center, have the schools running properly, is when you have Comrade Richard Azan. And this is a truism, you know. I don't know, gimmick. Each and every one of us here can attest to that. Yes, man. I have been a part of this constituency for many years. And I can tell you, this man is for everybody. It no matter what party you support, it no matter if the road up your son, have more labor rights and PMP, he will look after it. He will look after it. But you know, comrades, one of the problems that affect us from time to time in the People's National Party is the problem of this unity. For the slightest reason, we fall out of grace with each other. Yeah, man, we have to stop it. And we will give way the government of Jamaica to uncaring hands because we're not in agreement with each other. And we realizing that we're doing the people of Jamaica great injustice. And we realizing that, comrades, we have to start thinking. This is not a class government, you know, that the People's National Party is preparing. No. It is not a government to go around and show off, say, you have 28 bank accounts. No. This is not a government that we're preparing to move into. That people have to enrich themselves. And they will do anything to remain in power. I know that you, the comrades, the workers of Northwest Clarendon, is going to make that happen again. Oh no, no, I'm going to make it happen again. You will not make it happen again. Comrades, you know,
have come to realize the true meaning of joint government. And we do have that, in Jamaica. Because my interpretation of joint government is when the whole of St. Elizabeth, PMP win. And the whole of Manchester, PMP win. And we join up this one. And the whole of Northwest, the whole of Clarendon, PMP win. And we join up this one. And the whole of Clarendon, PMP win. And we join up this one. And if we can do that across the length and breadth of Jamaica, we will get rid of the labor right there. We have to make sure that we strengthen each other on the border. Yes, when I need help, come across and help me. And when he needs help, I come across and I help him. That has begun long before now. And we have to make sure that he continue. Because that's the only way the People's National Party will take government again in this country. The people of Jamaica deserves a change. Time come for them to get rid of this government. Comrades, I want to applaud my comrade friend, Comrade Stephen Williams. I'm hearing good things happening in Northwest Clarendon. And when I look at the crowd here tonight, it speaks in volume for the kind of councillor we're going to have. Yeah, man, you know? But how could I not mention my good friend and co-worker, Comrade Trevor? Gordon, where's Trevor? Trevor is up. Trevor is a big man in the thing, you know. He's been a long time. And he can't lose. And I am sure that Comrade Stephen is going to follow in his footsteps. As the Comrade Shirley is sitting over there, so, and for some reason, it never happened. Well, you know, Comrades of Northwest Clarendon, I have every confidence in you, as I have every confidence in my comrades in Northeast Manchester. As we have beside us right here, Comrade Richard Goscott. He took us to tour the Craighead Division today. And I want to tell you secretly. When I talk, I'm going to talk, even nobody hearing. But Craighead Division, whenever we have, if the general election coming, is going to come home to the People's National Party. The numbers that we are seeing is speaking in volumes to us. And we have every confidence that we will have a councillor in the near future. Put your hands together for the councillor, hard-working councillor. Comrades, we have a responsibility, all of us, to ensure that Comrade Mark Jefferson Gordon becomes the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. So comrades, without further ado, I want to ask all of you here to get up and say, "Goal we want." Everybody, get up! Get up on the foot! Get up on the foot! And everybody say, "Goal we want!" You have to be able to say, "We want Azan." Azan, we want! Azan, we want! Azan, we want! One more progress, one more. Keep the fire going in Northwest Clarendon. Love you, Azan. Love you.
This is kind of a surprise, but I'm going to make it delay 1 second. So when the Vice President touched me and said, "No, I'm going to make the Vice President speak." And I say to you now, the Member of Parliament standing tall in the central island of Jamaica, Vice President of the People's National Party, Northwest Clarendon, Ritchies Division. Please do make welcome the true Clarendon style, Comrade
You don't want to hear something like that? Let's chase them crazy boys. Comrades, my colleague, Comrade Paul and Comrade Azan. Councillor, Comrade workers, Comrade warriors, Comrade foot soldiers of the great People's National Party. When I say PNP, I want to hear say power. PNP! Comrades, I'm just coming off on the ground in my own constituency. However, your councillor invite me, you know. Yeah, man, you'll invite back, man. But there's one thing I learned in the PNP I grew up in. Anytime you see a comrade them, I gather, you come support. Because of PNP business. So we don't need no invitation. I'm a brother. No, you're not saying nothing, man. I'm a brother. You can't get me a court guy when I win still. I'm a brother. So I have to come from support. Comrades, over the last few weeks, we have the budget debate. And if I was a school teacher, I would give Comrade Mark Gold in A+ in presentation. And I would give Andrew Wallace the class of bad. I'm going to get one right. I can't give 0. And I am not being biased. But I have been in Parliament not as long as Comrade Parliament. But I am serving my 3rd term. And for a Prime Minister who is looking his 3rd term, and the budget that he presented, what I get from it is a man who is tired, a man who is really sleeping, a man who wants to build his own legacy and not the people's legacy, a man who is so self-centered that he forgot in his presentation to talk about how we're going to grow the country. I hear people talking about how Comrade Golden walk out on the Prime Minister. When I walk out before Mark Golden walk out of Parliament and come to Manchester, come talk to more sensible people. Because when you sat there and cussed the PNP for 2.5 hours, I said there's nothing that he could come with that will make sense after that. And when I say I give Comrade Mark Golden A+, it's because I heard of plans that can grow the economy. I heard of plans that him have rent to own, something them can't think about, and we think about it. I heard of plans of how we feed more school children. I heard of plans of how we're going to deal with those students who have student loan. I heard of plans how we're going to deal with transport. I heard of plans how we're going to deal with energy. And all wellness would come with is giving people $1,000 to $1,000 on their minimum wage. Because what he has presented on the National Housing Trust. Every year it come with the same thing, but all they do is just mix it around a little bit. And I said to your comrades, it is incumbent on the People's National Party to win this next election. And we're not doing it because we are power hungry. We are doing it because we see that Jamaica is at the edge of the precipice and somebody has to save it. If anyone is carrying the country down the wrong path, it's Andrew Holness and But there's one thing I learned in life, is that if you keep on telling a lie, and you keep repeating the same lie, one day you hope that the people will believe the lie. But he has told the lies so often that people not believing it, they are seeing through him. Because when I see him defending his Minister of Transport, Vaz, because simple mathematics, the JUTC need 450 buses to run efficiently in the Kingston metropolitan area, which include Portmore and Spanish Town. He buy 170 buses in a year and a half period. And even when he add those buses to the fleet that he have, they're still rolling out less than 200 buses on a daily basis. So if you have 170 new, only 30 old buses you have, even though you said you didn't have 200 before. And him taking out that 170 and sending it to country to run route. At the same time, they're offering Hackney Carriage Taxi in Kingston route license. While I'm giving out the route license, they might invite more people to Hackney Carriage license in upon the same Kingston belt. That is more than being a liar and a criminal in the transport system. Because it is you who are benefiting from JUTC that has to be subsidizing JUTC by $10 billion annually. And you still can't get no benefit from it. And all we are saying to them, tell us what your plan is. Just like how we said to Holness, tell us what is the plan about fixing the road. Because I can tell you, say, Spark not going to fix the road them when we promise Jamaica. The simple fact, comrades, is that they have run the economy to shreds. Country is broke. That's why they have to forward sell revenues. Them sell 12 years of Clarendon the revenue. And they're about to sell another asset of the government of Jamaica. The revenue of another asset. And then I hear Holness come with this thing about 5 years. Fitness for vehicle. That is brand new. That's nothing new. No, the 5 years is new. But the legislation has spoken about 2 years. And when I say that there's hypocrisy in the society too, it's because when Holness announced it, up to now nobody in the society who call themselves what? Civil society. Economic geniuses and civil society. How is it that it will work? Because I can tell you that in Wallace know how it may work. It is just an announcement that he has made. But yet still ask Mark Golden, how is a PNP administration going to finance all that you have done? We know, but I don't know if Wallace know how we're going to do it. And that's why I said to your comrades, don't take this election lightly. They are desperate and they have shown in the past they will do desperate things to win this election. Rubio coming to Jamaica is not by chance. Wallace realized that stock is down here and I'm try to bring it back up, but Rubio cannot save Andrew Wallace. America cannot save Andrew Wallace. Because I know he was crawling on his belly. And not PMP now crawl upon their belly to please no one. Because we must stand up every time for what is right. So I'm saying to your comrades, Comrade Azan has been with you for a very long time. I'm going to say it with water in my mouth. He's a hard-working member of Parliament. Azan is the man. And no matter who they bring, Azan will be that man. But I'm sending a warning to the comrades then. Don't take this election lightly. The JLP is desperate. There's no third term loading. It don't have load. Nothing will come. We have to do this for the people of Jamaica. You hear me? I am doing my part. I'm the only standing member of Parliament in Manchester. But I don't feel good. Because when I don't have no other PMP beside me, then that show me that PMP never win. Because the victory is not mine. The victory is of the people. And that's why it's important that Comrade Val come in, Comrade Bunting in South, Comrade Azan up here, Comrade Donovan Mitchell, Comrade Parkmore, Comrade Hines. We won't win all 63. But it's important that the PFP come out ahead of the Jamaican Labour Party. So comrades, when I say PFP, I want to hear power. PFP! PFP! Yes, of course.
Comrade Mickey Asher Phillips, speaking from his heart. But I am down to my final three speakers of the scene, right beside Ashton. But before I bring them on, it will be remiss of me to not bring on a son of the soil from Northwest. Because PMP abandoned belly and PMP feel it hard and life tough. He decided saying no one live in England no more. He has a duty and a mission to ensure that the PMP becomes the government of Jamaica. I say welcome, none other than renowned gospel recording artist, King Arthur, to the podium.
Bless the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Somebody say glory. Somebody say hallelujah. I want to ask you a question tonight. And the way you answer, gonna tell me. How many of you believe that when the next PMP government with Mr. Azan as our MP, farm and our Prime Minister, the Honorable Mark Jefferson Golding, win the next general election? How many of you believe that our bad days will be in our past? Yeah! No, never ask the question again. How many of us believe that our bad days will be in our past? Yeah. If you believe that, rise with me right now. Run the track. I want to see everybody get on somebody again.
Stop.
the final segment of the meeting here this afternoon. So with that said, I bring to you now, celebrating his 1 year as your counselor, hard-working, dedicated, loyal, committed, supportive. I said to him before he was counselor, I asked you one thing. All the good things that you were doing before you were counselor, continue to do them after you are being counselor, and he continues to shine like a star. I say make welcome your counselor, Stephen.
Say to us in everything, being the sleepers. When I look around and see the love of all of you pour out to me.
Traveling along. The road was broken, but I travel along. Before I go any further, before the swim change, before I go any further, I want to personally pick up somebody beside you. Mr. Norman Blake, stand up. Mr. Blake and I run out from this division. I came out the victor, but that didn't change anything between me and Mr. Blake. In my election, Mr. Blake reached out to me. And he said, I'm coming to give you my support. And he did. He gave me 100% support. Listen to it. I can't start calling him. So I will just simply say, pick up everyone on the platform. All of you, my loving people, dedicated people, the loyal people, the world is love. First, I want to give an apology for the guest speaker, Comrade Natalie Nita Garden. She called me today. She's ill. And I could hear it in her voice and she couldn't make it. But just bear with her. The vibe is still right. The vibe is still right. I carry a document here. But because of time, the beauty about it is that all of you inside here know the amount of work. I don't have to come here and pretend the work is there to show up. And I'm going to cut it short. You see that love that all of you have for me?
Yes, yes. Transfer to Azan.
Yes, yes. I want that love. You are inside and know me very well. I believe in teamwork. No matter the person, I will sit at the roadside and talk to you. No matter the person. Everyone is important to me. Everyone. Before my election, you were important. After my election, you are more important. Stand here and spend the whole night talk about the other side, not me. I will stand here and talk what I want in the future. And what I need in the future, all of us here, is our next member of parliament, Ritchies. Comrades. All of us have a duty. This election is not Richard Azan election. It's all of us election. And we're going to show the other party the voice is very loud. It's an election there. It's about the puss. Are you named the party voters list? Make sure. If it's a female or a male puss in the ballot box. I want Comrade Baldwell to travel back home. He has a long day. You always see me. So don't worry about yourself. Me, no down.
Yeah, Father Steve, you know, say there forever. I'm not left it. But I'm saying,
Steve Williams, your counselor. And you know the vice president is here. I know Comrade Azan is here. And I know Comrade Paul is here. Comrade Steve, when you hold on to the speech that he has planned to speak here tonight, but because of protocol, I want you to hold it for the constituency conference. But we know you have to add a few more pages and present it at that conference. One more time for your host.
Yeah.
Hard-working, dedicated,
Yeah.
because you showed immediately what it is when a representative stick by the people, stay by the people. So Comrade Steve, you know, just like me, you know, you walk from class, you follow me around the whole of Jamaica, you know, and support every other PMP, councillor, and MP. If it's two politicians in every meeting, I'm here and Steve. I will do the same week, you know. People full of people, my people full of people. Feel yourself, Comrade Steve. Yeah, man. Alright, I bring to you now. None other than, not any podcast to my endorse from yourself. I bring to you now to bring on the final speaker who have agreed to be the guest speaker. And you know, I'm Natalie Akulun's friend. None other than Comrade Ritchies Azan, chairman.
Comrade Chairman, Comrade Mario Michel. Comrades on the platform. And comrades, I'm going to be very short. Because when Comrade Williams called me today to say that Comrade Natalie was not well, and to find somebody, I said Comrade Paul will be next door. And I'm going to call him. Yes. And I call him and made him promise that we'll send him home after 8. And it's 9:30 now. But let me bring all the comrades on the platform. And all of you comrades, lovely comrades. And it is something that we must continue. It's the start of the campaign. And it's the start of saying to those who feel that they are going to send another refugees. Another refugee. I want everybody 2020. And some people never listen to me. And it was on record. It is on record as the worst member of parliament in Northwestern Clarendon. But I want to say, comrade, I want you to listen to me good. Because some of us take some things lightly. They take some people for joke. On Sunday, 20-odd members of parliament, I wouldn't even talk about councillors, were here.
Whole of Jamaica.
Yes, the whole of Jamaica. The whole of the Labour Party. And who never pay $20,000 or $5,000 or big house or promise is what never make in the book. And the man with him I was saying, put 400 more than 800 votes. Something wrong.
But I go further by saying, comrade, I hear some of them the other day down at Kilsit say that I shouldn't run back. But you know, hold on. But I'm glad that we have it live tonight. That I can say to the man who started down at St. Elizabeth, who said I'm Minister of Agriculture, who don't know tomato from carrot. On the ground that he was standing and speaking, that he never remember that between 83 and 89, Cliffstone was MP. Between 97 and 2002, Cliffstone was MP again. Checking the years.
How much years is that?
Between 2007 and 2011, a stern.
What year is that?
And between 2020 and now.
What year is that?
And the man become from Israel. So come on. I check my time that I serve and let all of them, put all of them together. They don't look forward to what I did for them. They come from down there, so. Who don't even know tomato from carrot? The strongest JPVD that he was in. You know what happened? When I become member of parliament, the little infant department that was there, when I went there, I saw mesh busy there. I said, what this is not a chicken we have raised. I moved the children when I announced it. I said, I am going to take out the pit latrine and put in fresh flush toilet down there. So I want to say to him and to those who are on the platform, they don't know what I have done in Northwestern Clarendon. I was not looking for PNP children. I was looking for children. So I said that to them. And I want to say again, you are two councillors, and none of them ever fit to be member of parliament. None. They have to go for somebody outside. I tell you something wrong with them. So don't come one try to tell PNP what to do, because who don't know what to do. You understand, comrade? So, I'm done with them. I want to send them a call, none of them in. Because let me tell you something, they don't value from me to call their name. So the comrades, I want to say to all of us tonight who are gathered here, it is not about me. It is not about me. It is about our children. It is about our children. When you go to the police station and people go offer you $5,000 for 5 years, they are selling their children's future. And that is the reason why comrade, you could have the Minister of Finance tell us what Probox for 2000. Because they take everybody pay that. But nobody who support the PNP is not an idiot. We're sensible people. Those of us who gather here tonight, those of gather here tonight. You never gather here for food. You never gather here because we're paying you to be here. You come here because you're supposed to be here. So, comrades, I want to say to you, I want to say to all of us tonight, comrade, this is not a time to rest. And don't make anyone tell you that the man who them being sent from here is more organized than me, because he don't know nothing about organization. If you may know about organization, he would be the candidate for South West Army. You will be the candidate for North East Sedan. And because they couldn't find nobody, they find this one. But I say to all of us, we are going to work. We are going to work on Northwestern Clarendon. I am going to wait, Comrade Patmore. We'll wait on Comrade Wheat in Christiana. I will wait for Comrade Patmore and Comrade Wheat at Wallaston. And we go down the road, and Comrade Nickel will meet us at Kendall. And Comrade Donovan Mitchell will meet us at Williamsfield. And Comrade Voting will meet us at Pools. Jamaica host began. And I close tonight, comrade. Comrades. Comrades, please. I close tonight on a very sad thing in my heart. I reach here at the Galatish and comrades at the back. And when I call you feel nice, Comrade Straddle, Comrade Straddle. Comrades, please. You know, a number of the speakers said it tonight, but some of us don't understand that people are suffering out here. There is a school, a high school in Northwestern Clarendon. Comrades, you see all the jumping up on the well, it is important. But I know the trouble where I will have when I become member of parliament. So I am telling all of you this tonight. We will have no honeymoon when we become government. Because the person who informed me this afternoon about that high school, they have 300 and odd students enrolled. And the 300 and odd, they only can give a record for 200 and odd. And a matter of fact, he went further by saying, on a Friday, you can play any game in the school. Because children is not at school. And I ask the question, why? I asked the question, why, comrade? And they said to me, the part money is only can provide lunch 1 day per week. So therefore, if a child is getting food at home, you only come to school to get the 1 day lunch, and that is it. If that is not crisis, there is nothing else. So we can go there and paint every picture and everything nice. But then said, come at yard, you will know. So I say to all of us, comrade, it is not an easy road. But tonight, comrade, our friend for a long period of time. Long time. And he's here tonight, comrade, to support us in Northwest Clarendon again. And you know, the last time he was here, about 3 or 4 or 5 days after that meeting, that rally, people been calling me. I said, why? Comrade Paul talks a nice thing, you know, up here, and we're ready for PNP. And tonight he's here to support us again. Tonight, we set the record of having the first divisional conference out of 228.
Yes, sir.
Clap on this, clap on this. So tonight, he will expand on the policy of the PNP and the energy sector. Once more tonight, I want you to put your hands together.
Yeah, boss, everybody. Philip Barber just naughty. People's National Party say, hey, yo. Make a good look. Philip Barber, when the update on the phone.
See you stand beside you. Comrade Chairman, Comrade Vice President of the People's National Party, Comrade next Member of Parliament for this great constituency, Comrade Ritchies Azan, Northwest Clarendon. Comrades, there are so many of you, but I have to big up Comrade Stephen William. Boy, I have never seen such love on display for a politician. Respect to you. Comrade Paul, Comrade Val. Good evening, comrades. I have been on the road all day today. And I tell you, I am feeling energized tonight. And if it weren't for the fact that you have been here, respect, big up yourself. We know when PMP are going to win. We know when PMP are going to win. The 5 out the street, nice to say. So, I said earlier, Richard, when I was in Christiana, and I really want to pick up Comrade Evans on the fact that as a new councillor, he opened his office today for the people to come and see him. And the response I got today, Comrade Wint, I declared Comrade VP that Manchester is 4-0. I haven't been through Clarendon, but I know about this one. We're going to listen to the return of Ritchies Azan. Well deserved, well deserved.
Because one of the injustices of 2020 is what happened to Richard Azan. And justice demands that he be returned as a member of Parliament. The night is upon us, and I am not going to repeat what I said the last time. I have two things to talk about, and they are very important. Earlier, you heard Comrade Dr. Wall spoke about big ideas. The People's National Party is about big ideas. It was about big ideas why we decided to terminate cable wireless monopoly and bring in competition in Jamaica so that you can have more than one vote. Big ideas, big ideas. In 2015, when I signed a license, they were talking about it now, to get somebody to come to explore for oil and gas in Jamaica. People say, boy, Philip, exuberant. And you hear them talk about oil and gas and how close we are.
Yes.
PNP went to discover oil and gas in Jamaica. But in 2013, when I became, for the first time in 2012, Minister of Mining, I was very concerned about the residue that remains after you mine bauxite and turn it into aluminum. You see it, Red Mud Lakes across Jamaica, Yucatan, Kirkvine, Alpart, and of course. So I was concerned that this is what we're going to be living with for the rest of our lives. And I called in the experts at JPI and said, no man, we have to find a way to use this waste. We have spent over 60 years digging up the soil, mash up the countryside. We have to find a way to use the residue to make money to build back these communities. And we sent the scientists to work, and they came back and said, Minister, we believe that we can extract from those residue across Jamaica what is called rare earth elements. These are metals that are used in today's modern world to make cell phone, to make solar panels, etc., etc. Recently, you would have heard Mr. Trump saying that he wants rare earth out of Ukraine. All of those. So, Sister P said, Philip, run with it in that way. And I went to Japan, found an investor, because at that time the Chinese control the rare earth market. Over 75% they still do. And she said, go and see who will buy this, who will come in with your partner. And we got a Japanese company. I went to Japan, met with them, and they came to Jamaica and they tested. They took the mud, carried back to Japan, tested it, and said, yes, we have in these residue rare earth elements. We built a lab at JPI and we demonstrated that we could extract rare earth from the red mud. And once we finished that, we, being the first to do so, registered it as a patent. And it is owned jointly by ourselves and the Japanese. The market for rare earth is drying up. And Jamaica has an opportunity. We have so much, millions and millions of tons of bauxite waste all over Jamaica, in the mud lakes. And this is one of the big ideas that Michael Phillips is going to, as the person in charge of mining now, to enable Jamaica, little Jamaica, to go and extract rare earth elements from our bauxite waste. This is a big idea. This is going to happen. And they can't keep it anymore. Time come for them. Time come for them. Yes, that idea is ours. But last time I was here, we spoke about energy. And we spoke about the fact that our plan the next PNP government is to democratize electricity, is to enable you to produce your own electricity. Power to the people. That's what we call it. Power to the people. Solar is one of the cheapest sources of energy today. And all over the world, we are seeing expansion. Jamaica is the only country since 2016 where we haven't seen the addition of solar to our energy mix. Because it is now one of the cheapest sources, we are going to empower you. And when I drive around and see all the roofs, whether zinc roof, concrete roof, you name it, I am happy because under the next PNP government, those roofs are going to have solar panels on them. Yes. And you're going to generate your own electricity. But more importantly, when you generate your own electricity, the additional amount of energy that you produce will go back to the grid. So instead of you being the consumer, JPS can buy energy from you and sell to others. That is what we mean by democratizing, that's what we mean by giving power to the people. But the point I want to make tonight is a serious one. Because last week, the Prime Minister made certain announcements, which announcements were repeating what Minister Vaz said. I issued a warning that the JPS license is a crucial issue. I remember when I became Minister for Technology, we had the cable and wireless license. And that license, if it had remained in place, would have gone up until the year 2038. We're in 2025, yes. So when I negotiated and got cable and wireless to relinquish their monopoly license, and that was the model that the entire Caribbean used. Many of them are too young. You all don't remember when you have to go to a call box and have to stand up in a line and when you're making a call, the person who gets the call pays and you have to pay for that call. Many Jamaicans don't remember that. Yes, when you have to make a call overseas, there was this ICAS number about 24 digits or so. And when you have to use in those days, the internet was just coming in. And when you have to get on the internet, you have to do what is called dial up. And you hear some loud sound in your ears. And every so often, the internet will chip out. Today we have broadband technology. But that was a very difficult negotiation because they had so many years on the license. The JPS license expires in 2027. 2 years. 2 years. But the license mandates that by July of 2025, we're in 2025, by July of 2025, 3 months from now, the government must indicate to JPSCO its intentions. What are you going to do with JPSCO? So I was amazed when I asked the question, has the government made a determination about the future of JPS, which you have to relate to them by July? I hear that some consultants come in to assist the government to make its decision. You don't need a consultant to come. I'm here. There's a team that negotiated away the cable and wireless license. We are quite clear about what we need to do about the JPS license. I don't believe that this should be in an election year, an issue that the government alone decides. We are going to be government soon, so we need to be an integral part of those discussions, of those negotiations, and it should be ongoing. So I'm using this medium to call upon the Prime Minister. This is a matter that requires his personal intervention. the Prime Minister needs to engage the opposition. We need to have a clear position as to what and how we're going to be treated with JPSCO in relation to the license that expires in 2027, but needs to be communicated by July, the government's position in relation to that license. There are a whole heap of things that need to happen. I, for example, believe that there has to be greater consumer provisions in the JPSCO license. There are so many of you, from time to time, suffer, your appliances get damaged because of high voltage. And then JPSCO say, well, the fine print that you signed in your contract, don't extend the liability beyond yourself. We have to change that so that if JPSCO mash up your appliances, they compensate you fully for that. And we also want to see some competition. We want to see competition in relation to JPSCO, and it is quite possible. So, as I know, say you're tired, and you've been, for those of us who are coming from Northeast, I want to big up the comrades who have joined me from Northeast Manchester. Big up yourself, big up yourself. And to say to you, as I've said to Stephen, and I'm saying to Richard, I shall return.
Everybody about and about. Every woman, you know. But if you have vote, let's beside the People's National Party.
Now, comrades, give it up again for Comrade Philip Powell, who ably fitted in as the guest speaker here tonight for Comrade Natalie. Comrade Powell, we thank you for coming to Ritchies Division. Comrades, remember Sammy King, the biggest and the nicest conference that we had in Jamaica. June 1st at Belfield High School. I want to present that. Oh, yeah man, we have a token for Comrade Powell. Clarendon Division Conference is Sunday. West Pastor Pike School. Yeah man, I would like to raise my hand about that Pike Primary Clarendon Division Conference on Sunday. Comrade Powell, please step forward.
Good night, comrades. Comrade Powell, on behalf of the Ritchies Division and the Northwest Clarendon Community Extension, we would like to send you this token of our appreciation for answering our last minute call to be here with us. I hope you'll enjoy.
Yes, so Clarendon Conference on Sunday. Royal Conference are also Sunday at Mackintosh School. Belfield, biggest and baddest conference in the world, June 1st. Wallaston, May 29th. Kabla, mitigation that is a Kabla Square still, but nothing wrong about Kabla College. Comrades, I want to be outstanding as we see Jamaica rise. I want to thank you. I want the comrades to stand. I want to thank you for coming out. Thank the comrades who are watching online and all the comrades on the outside and the inside. We say hip hip hooray, victory for the PNP in 2025. Jamaica rise, one person.